Alrighty, hey there everyone. We're finally back with some more Minecraft today. I'm only going to be here for a little while, probably about an hour and a half, because I finally got all moved and I'm going to my new job today. So that's going to be fun. Really looking forward to it. It's going to be a nice change of pace, going to be making more and being able to do a lot more. And I really can't wait to get out of here and go get some money again. Finally. Took a while, but finally here. We're currently on day 85, and last time we went ahead, got all of our tools all made and fixed up, and went mining down below, got some bits leveled out, and really just doing a little bit today. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit. It's probably going to be a mix of digging and doing some farming, and really we'll see if we can go do some more mining and stuff like that too. First, let's make a quick pit stop out to the sheep pen, because we need to get some more wool, and we'll breed them one more time as well because we want more. Burrows. That's fine. There we go, that'll be enough of them, and then we'll get some cows as well. There we go. And then we're pretty much done breeding sheep. We don't really need more after this, because again, they need to not outgrow the grass that they eat, just to make my life a little bit easier. But yeah, we're just gonna take it easy today, no music for now. I really need to sit down later today after I do some extra work and redo the music playlist a little bit. Kind of want some extra bits and pieces in there, so I'm gonna look into maybe getting some covers and things like that, and be able to mix things up a little bit better. But we got a stack of wool from shearing all of our sheep, which is pretty good. And that means we're going to take a quick dip down into the ancient city again. Might as well use the wool we got, right? Let's see here. Now, we've got a pretty nice chunk of wool here. Should keep us going for a while. We're going to go ahead and make some extra torches because I can. There we go. And then, I guess we can put the extra iron tools that we have away since we don't really need them. Go ahead and make a set of shears to bring with us down there into the world. And yeah, with a little over 2 stacks of wool, we should have more than plenty to get us by. We're also trying to keep an eye out for some more lapis. I think we've got a decent little bit that'll get us the remainder of our enchantments that we need. So it's really just getting a hold of Feather Falling 4, and once we get a hold of that, we're pretty much good. But until we get a hold of that, it still is a little sketchy, so we do want to be a little careful. Yeah, there's our lapis mining tunnels there. With the Fortune 3 that we have on our pickaxe, that actually has helped us out a bunch, so we've been able to do some really good stuff there. Otherwise, we also should take some time to get all this fixed up one day. But that day is not today. Yeah, we're back in the ancient city. Should be pretty much good for us. We're going to go ahead and reorganize our inventory here a little bit to try and get a better hold of our gear. We've already secured a pretty big chunk of this place that we're at right now. It's pretty safe for quite a ways, so I'm not too worried about it. It's everything else farther out that I'm a little bit more worried about. So we've got to keep an eye out for some more structures, see if we can go get more stuff. And then just make sure, tried and true, we don't piss off any shriekers, because that would be bad. So speaking of pissing off shriekers, or not pissing off shriekers rather, this would be one of them. This one should be a pretty easy defeat though. Sure enough, that one's all good. There we go. And considering I didn't piss anything off, you can go ahead and mind that. Here we go. We got a catalyst in the ground there. You can tell because the texture isn't animated and it's slightly brighter than everything else around it. That's a good thing to know. This was the only chest we had in here, if I'm not mistaken, and we've already taken everything out of it. Let's see here. That's definitely going to be a place of interest for sure. We don't need to eat quite yet. And it is just a crap ton of sensors. Like, I legitimately can't even see any shriekers or anything. Which is concerning because with this many around, there's got to be at least one. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to... Yeah, alright, guess we were safe. That's good. I'm going to say we were just going to go for it, and then if we were lucky, we wouldn't have to deal with any shriekers, and then if we did, then we could go defuse it. It wouldn't be too bad. Oh, that one. I saw it too late. We do need to be more mindful right now, because we are not in a safe spot. Wait for that darkness to go away. There we go. Looks like that was the only one for a decent bit, so we'll go ahead and mine out some of these extra. I didn't know we had a structure right here. Still seems safe enough. Nope. Alright, well that's 3. That's not good. So that's 3 times we piss it off, which means next time it will not be so nice. I've got a feeling there's another one under there because the one I just broke didn't have any particles overhead. And there's only one other spot that they're going to be at. I can really think of. Yep, there it is. I think we got some gold, which we will snag at some point. Alright. That should keep us safe for a while. We still got an exit plan in case we need to get out of here real quick. Go ahead and eat too while we got some downtime. Great, we should have a chest that we can break into here, risk-free, looks fine. Diamond leggings with protection 4, nice. We got another ward armor trim, that's cool. A little bit more coal, a little bit of bones, music disc fragments, echo shard, lead, and otherwise it's fine. It's not great loot. Those pants not having swift sneak is a real bummer, so let's see, we've got another shrieker that we're gonna need to take out. Yeah, those pants not having swift sneak is just lame, so no good. I don't like this. There's another one there. I don't think I can confidently block this off right now to get this one safely and then get rid of the other one, so we're gonna leave that there for now. Don't know where that one was. This leads back to the central loops, that should be okay. But we're slowly inching our way out. And we'll just build it across, why not? We got the wool to spare and we can get more pretty easy, so it's all good. Trying to keep an eye out for diamonds and cool things like that. But we got some other little small portals we can get through at some point, but we're not doing that right now because I definitely do not have the I don't have the attempts to do it right now, unfortunately. That's alright. Let's see here. What are we looking for? We've got a pillar over there by the looks of it. And we should be able to loop this way. Yep. Trying to take some time to light this place up a little bit too as we're going along. Makes life a lot easier. This will probably loop far enough for now, so. Again, Prot 4 diamond leggings are pretty good, but they don't have unbreaking or mending, so I'm not too interested in them. Especially because they don't have Swift Sneak 2. That's just another kind of bummer where they're not really worth anything unless they have Swift Sneak on them here, you know. And I don't want to use my Swift Sneak 2 book until I get Swift Sneak 3 because it's not worth it to waste it yet, so. Swift Sneak 2 is still pretty good, but 3 is like obviously a lot better. Lucky that didn't piss anything off. And that is a full loop around. Cool. Yep, seems perfectly safe. Nothing wrong here. That's sarcastic, by the way, because I definitely am gonna die, but we're going to bail well before that happens, so we shouldn't have nothing to worry about. And then otherwise, yeah, we got a crap ton of structures we can go through and explore, but we're not ready to do that yet, so we're going back to base, take what we got and be happy, and you know, we could probably go mine some diamonds, I guess. Nothing really stopping me. Yeah, we'll take some time. We'll go mine for some more diamonds. Why not? We're still not out of this yet, so I'm still going to keep my inventory roughly intact as is, just to make sure. But we'll go ahead and loop on around and get out of here real quick. I ought to make a night vision potion at some point too to come down here with. That would certainly make things a lot easier. Now that we finally have some nice brewing ingredients and we got everything set up well, we should be able to do a lot more. And with looting, if we need blaze rods, we'll get a lot more of them and a lot quicker too, so that's always good. That's our main way down. Our side way didn't particularly get over well because we hit a natural dead end there. That place was loaded though too. I don't know what the hell was up with that, frankly, but either way, that should be fine. And for now, it's really just about mining and getting on out there. So yeah, we're gonna pick our way down this hole. Go down here. Try and pick one that's, yeah, this is right up on a chunk border, good. So that way we can dig into the next chunk and we might get a little luckier. But we still want to continue kind of mining out in this direction. Just to make sure we got access to everything. And this is where it's going to start. I also like mining straight across to pick up all the material and stuff that I drop, so... I'll have to set up a beacon way down here at some point too, which is going to be a little tough actually. Or maybe it won't. We can't really have one directly centered in the base because it would interfere with the water columns and all that, and I need it to be like a full tier beacon, and I don't have anywhere lower to go, so I can't just, you know, dig a little lower to put in the base, and with the water being in the way, that would be pretty annoying too. So I think what we'll do is we will probably build some kind of ring of beacons dotted around like the base, so that way it looks cool and then it still keeps us within like a haste range after a certain point. Because I don't need haste like everywhere, I just need it in like a couple of spots underground so I can just go mine for diamonds, you know. Makes life a lot easier. I could probably do them in clusters of 4 because there's not really too many effects from beacons that you really care about other than like resistance, regeneration, haste. Those are like the big 3. And then what else is left? There's jump boost, speed, which is a nice enough one, and then what's the 6 effect? What was the 6 effect again? Again, I haven't made them in quite a long time, so I frankly just don't remember. Let's see here. Strength. Strength is a nice enough one, but honestly, because of how safe my base is, it's not a necessity, so. And resistance is always a good one to have, and then speed is a good one to have, given how fast it is, so. Realistically, I would have all the effects except for jump boost and strength. The reason I mentioned that is because we can build like these 2x2 like beacon stations and then build like a nice ring of them to give like a lot of coverage around like the whole base and the surrounding areas, and then from there we're pretty much able to have a pretty secure base without having to worry about anything. I could always figure out like a way to dot them around, but I want them to be like symmetrical within a certain point, so if I did do like a 2x3 of beacons, it wouldn't look that good, so at least I feel like it wouldn't do that good to have it around in a ring, so. I'm mainly looking for lapis, by the way. Diamonds are cool, everything else is pretty cool, but lapis is really cool because that gives me more of a net to work with here, which will be nice. Already been 20 minutes, and I've got probably about another hour before I have to go get ready for today and get off to work. That'll be fun. It's just onboarding today for a half day, and then the other half of it is just working. I think it's more of a shadowing kind of job for now. So literally just as long as I have a pulse and I can just learn how people do stuff, things like that, I should be okay. So I'm not too worried about it. And then I gotta run to the grocery store today too, because I want to actually buy some stuff. There was some food I didn't get because I was waiting until I moved to get like soda and stuff like that, so. Although I'm trying to get off of the soda a little bit more because I don't want to overdrink too much again. It's not that healthy for you, you know? But I gotta watch what I do for the next couple of months while I'm still paying off all my debt and all that kind of stuff. I'm at probably like, by the time I'm done paying my rent next month and my electric bill and all that, I'll probably be sitting at about $10,000 to $11,000 in credit card debt, which is really not cool, but at least it paid my bills to get me to this point, and then it's up to me to hopefully get out of this hole with paying off enough. And you know, I still get some extra help with my mom and all that kind of stuff, and she still owes me like $5,000 or $6,000. So it's just the sooner I can pay my bit off, and I guess her bit to an extent, it gives her more breathing room, it gives me more breathing room. And that also means too that the money that she pays me to pay off her debt, I can just have and not have to use it to pay off my credit card, which is really good. Because then that means I can actually buy stuff and, you know, have like a bigger like cash nest egg for some stuff too, so it works out for both of us pretty well if I can get to that point. Seems like we're hitting a bit of a lava patch here, unfortunately, which is going to slow us down quite a lot, as you can see, so there may not be a good way out of this. I'm pretty dead over here, though, ore-wise. I'm not really getting a lot anyway. Almost made it out clear. Nope, no block to place it, so I can't place it. Nope, I just had to complain about it, and sure shooting, there we go. Got 1 diamond. Do I see 2 diamonds? No, I don't. I was just kidding. Oh, I lied again. Man, you keep falling for it. That's so funny. Well, only 2 diamonds, even with Fortune 3. What a shame. Still good, though. You know, we'll take the extra. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a whole nother diamond sword, you know? But yeah, I think I'm gonna try and have a proper, like, streaming schedule. Like, I'll have, like, a couple of days that I definitely will stream, and then after that, I'll maybe stream like on more odd days that, you know, instead of everything being like spontaneous, I'll have like more fixed times that I can go stream at. Just so that way there's a little bit more consistency, and then I can just kind of do whatever. And it gives me something to look forward to as well, so we got some more diamonds here. Definitely beats that 2-pack that we had. And we went from 2 to 14, so we got 12 in a 5-pack, which is pretty solid, you know, can't complain about that. But yeah, I'm gonna kind of see what happens with this job first, and really it's just being on your best behavior and really trying to make sure you're getting in there and doing a good job, because probation is such a spooky word that I don't particularly like, and I'm really hoping that I get through it just fine. I can't imagine it would cause me too many issues, but you never know what reason somebody could be thinking to let you go or anything like that, which is not exactly a healthy way to think, unfortunately, but it's just kind of how it is after my last job, which can not end very nicely because of what it ended up evolving to and how often they kept letting people go, and it's just, you know, a horrible culture it ended up getting down to at the end of it. They had a bunch of people just come in and screw up everything and, you know, lose a bunch of money, lose a bunch of good people, and then it was just like, oh yeah, you know, sucks to suck. Okay, a little weird we only had like 1 block out of that. You'd normally get multiple, but I guess not this time. Still not seeing any lapis, like, at all, which is also pretty unfortunate. Now, we're probably gonna dig into lava here again. Definitely coming up on it. Interesting. That is definitely a bit of an odd one, but sure. Apparently I missed the block. Yeah, we're not sealing that one off. I think we've gone about as far as we can with this. Yep, sure looks like it. Oh, that's a bit of a shame, ain't it? That's alright, though. That means we can just pick a different direction and kind of mine again from there. F3G for trunk borders, and we're gonna pick this one here. Down just a little bit more. I already ran into a bit of a gravel patch, which is fine. You know, gravel's cool. It's nice for that coarse dirt, but otherwise it's not too important to me yet. Although I'm sure it will be when I start getting into concrete powder and things like that, but I don't actually, I don't really tend to build with concrete that often. That's cool. Anyways, I don't really tend to build with concrete just because it's, you know, the mining the sand is fine. It's not the end of the world to sit down and mine sand, but it is still kind of lame. It's a lot more limiting. So it ends up being something that you're only really going to get a lot of, you know, after you've gotten mending and good tools and all that kind of deal. Because otherwise it's really just not worth it mining it without like efficiency, and just the sheer amounts that you usually need is pretty big, which, you know, I guess it's self-imposed because you try to build too big of a thing with what you actually have and what you can do, and then it's, you know, yeah, you can do it with like stone tools or wood or whatever, but if you do it that way, it's going to take you forever, so it's, you know, it's no good. But they really, really need to add renewable sand. Again, just put it on the husk, do something cool with it. We already got renewable gravel, which was a good half of that, and then they can just do renewable sand from killing or trading or something without it being wandering trader trading, then that would pretty much solve it. So seems like we are running out of inventory here pretty bad. So we're gonna have to pack away some of our extra bits and get ready to get out of here. That made like no noise at all, it just kind of was here. That's mean, but not my problem, I guess. Seriously, how has this lava not made any noise at all? It's right into there that time. I mean, I've got Prot 4, so it should hold me over to get out of danger pretty quickly, and I do have like a water bucket, so I shouldn't be like in any super crazy danger, but you still don't want to just assume that it's going to be fine, because it still isn't exactly like safe, so that's probably enough mining for now. And then I'm trying to think what else I need to do in and around my base to get some stuff going. I think a lot of it is just digging, which is just kind of unreliable right now, so that's what we're probably going to spend some time doing here, is just pick another corner and dig out all the dirt and stuff that we can. Dirt especially is the easy one, because it's something that we can get fixed out pretty easy, so especially since we can insta-mine it, that's the main reason. Anywho, let's go ahead and get all of our tucked away. And we will start sorting out our inventories here. Go. And we can tuck away a couple of samples as well. I don't feel too bad about that. There we go. Put our shears in there. Some extra iron, that's all good. There we go. And we need 7 coal. Almost have enough disc fragments there. Take that. Come on now. There we go. We got a nice, good stack of redstone blocks that'll hold us over. Some extra diamonds. That's always good to have. We're sitting at 14 diamond blocks, which is a pretty solid amount this early on. Can't really complain about it. And we only really need to spend more on armor and whatnot too, so we're not even like in that big of a pinch for diamond armor either, considering how good a regular one is, so that's always nice. Get all that tucked away. And then we'll keep the coal. Tuck away probably some of our extra bits that we don't use as often. out the pants. Right, we don't need the pants right this second, so they can go in there. There we go. Let's see here, mob drops. There we go. Got those. These are there. I'm gonna put these more towards animal products. They make a lot more sense in animal products. It's, you know, what do you think you use these on, right? So we'll put them away in there, and then otherwise we've got a good bundle of coal. Yeah, we got a good bundle of coal we can use. We can do another level 30 enchant if we want. I don't think we really need to quite yet. But while it's turning nighttime, let's just kind of take a look outside and see what we can do. So again, that's our first corner that we've dug. And as you get closer to the mountain, it gets a lot tougher because you're starting to deal with higher terrain and then you're dealing with more stone. So that's going to be a little bit more annoying. So I think what we're going to go ahead and do is we're gonna make our outline of dirt that we've been doing, where we're gonna physically go around, dig a nice solid outline around everything from the F3 and B as well to turn on our hitboxes. And damn it, we need to replant those dark oak saplings. I keep forgetting about them. I don't know why, but they are very important to have, so let's not forget about them too often. Go. We'll have to expand out our storage again at some point, but we don't have the base for that yet. And I don't want to jump the gun too hard here with putting down too much storage in one spot, so that way it becomes a much bigger pain in the ass to move later. Yeah. These haven't grown yet, which worries me a bit. And it's also kind of odd. I'm guessing it's because I'm physically not around enough to, like, load them. But I know they've grown in that kind of section before, so that's just kind of what's odd to me. But we'll see. They don't have any obstructions at their height, and then nothing should stop them if they're vertically around, like or horizontally around a certain area, so that should be okay. But either way, let's go ahead and turn on our chunk borders here. Just go ahead and do some digging. Also seems like we're gonna need to get rid of some powdered snow. That should be easy enough, so I'm not too worried about that. I didn't say, well, it looks like this waterfall's not gonna break, but unfortunately it did. Bit lame, but that's alright. We'll use some water here to drain out this powdered snow for a bit. Snow. Definitely got a lot of this that we're gonna have to clear out, but honestly, it's fine. means you don't have to use full durability. Exactly. Basically, it leads from here all the way out to this corner. Worst part though is we'll almost definitely have to dig out like a buffer chunk with just empty space at some point. Just that way we got some more stuff to work with. So that'll be fun. Which just means a lot more digging at some point. I think we're gonna get rid of this waterfall. We'll eventually put in like one of our own, but for now we're just kind of fixing to get rid of this. I see something up there. Whoa, that was a lag spot. Roll out. Ah, we gotta go. There we go. So that should start doing. Keep forgetting my render distance is at 32 chunks, which may or may not be the cause of that issue. So, you know, not good. Yeah, so to flatten it all the way down, you can see we've just got a crap ton of stone we have to mine through. So it's not really viable to mine this much stone until you get haste. But if I can at least get rid of all the dirt that's on top of it, I can eventually either get haste or take it out in smaller chunks over enough time. So that's kind of what my thought process is today. And with these diamond shovels too, I don't feel bad about breaking them because since I don't have mending or anything particularly good on them, it's just standard like enchantment table stuff. We can just break them and then go re-enchant another pretty easily since we have an XP farm, a good chunk of lapis, and then like a bunch of stacks of diamonds, so we won't really run out for a long time. Yeah, the pickaxe though, on the other hand, because it has mending and it's so close to being a perfect one, I don't want to have that one get broken because that wouldn't be very good or responsible, so we would definitely have to make sure that one stays fixed. I'll also take a minute here to run some of this extra dirt away. Yep, so we're full up on inventory, so let's go ahead and put some of this away. There we go. Got some cobblestone. See here, seeds, wildflowers, poppies, and some extra snow blocks. And you know, we can always mine out some of the stone as well. It's not that I'm opposed to mining it out at all. It's just I don't want to mine all of it like this because that's just a bad idea. This goes out to the limit that it needs to, so that's good. But when it's only like a couple of layers like thick, it's not really too bad. It's just when we get to like more than 3 or 4 layers, that's when it starts getting to be a little bit of an issue if we're going off of a big enough surface area, so. There we go, another good bit. We'll go ahead and sleep. Good timing too, because it just started raining, which, again, rain's fine, but we don't really care too much about rain. Wow, that's cool. Boink. There we go. I love bots. They're my favorite part of every social media platform ever. They add so much character and flavor to everything that what would you do without them, you know? They're my favorite. But I digress. Now, if only we had moss, because then what we could do is moss over a bunch of the stone, and then mine it out with our efficiency hose. And then we could actually do quite a lot of good stuff with that. But alas, we still have not found any moss yet. Maybe that's what we'll do today. I think we'll, after we mine out a decent chunk of this, we'll go on a journey out throughout the world, and then we'll see if we can find a shipwreck with some moss or a lush cave or something. Because we just need a little bit of moss to be able to make a lot, and I've got enough bones that I've been stockpiling that I should be able to grow a decent chunk of it and help clear out some of this stuff, which would be pretty nice. See that we're beating the crap out of this shovel. It's already down past half health. We can still save it to an extent too. It's just when we do that level 30 enchant, we'll combine that shovel with this one so it still keeps the like the efficiency and unbreaking, and then that'll fix it up durability wise. Unless it's got like unless it's a god shovel on its own, in which case we'll like enchant another unrelated diamond shovel and then combine this one with that one, so. But we're not at that point quite yet to worry about that. Making some good headway though. Out of space again, darn. Let's fill up what we can in here, and then we're going to offload the rest of it into this chest for now. But you can already see we are critically out of space for dirt, which, yeah, I mean, that's fair considering the amount we're dealing with here, so. But, I mean, we do almost have all of it dug out, or at least the dirt parts of it dug out, so that's good. Getting some gravel patches and stuff like this is pretty nice too, all things considered. Because that'll replace some stone. We'll go ahead and get this tree as well. And we're going to move these hay bales down a little bit deeper into their chunks, so that way they're not just floating. Although that definitely does help them stand out a good bit. There we go. Alright, and then that clears out all the dirt here in this quadrant as well, which is good. Might look ugly for a while, but it is going to be worth it in the end when we get all that dug out. Whenever that's going to be. Oops. There we go. Oh, that's right. I forgot I had that in there. Put that there. It's a shame it wasn't the other armor trim, like the silence one, I think is what it is. Because if it was silence, that would actually be like pretty cool, but it's not. It's just wood. Alright. Now we've got a big fat stone abyss that we have to start carving out. And we can try and start from here, but this is going to be a pretty gradual one to do, so just little bits at a time to cleave away what we can, and hopefully we can get it done in a reasonable enough amount of time. The fact that I have to kill enough wither skeletons to get a beacon, though, is always the concerning part, so, because that takes a while to do. Already 6 in the morning. Dang. Looks like we're running out of time here today. Got about half an hour to go. Yep, still in the trunk. Good. Yeah, it definitely does start taking longer and longer as you keep going, which really is not fun. So even just to carve out that little square and that one too, it's gonna add up to be pretty big pretty soon. Which is definitely not good. So that's probably enough mining for now. Oh, and then we'll tuck away some of these logs too. Just so that way we free up some inventory. There we go. And then maybe what we'll go ahead and do is we'll see if we can go kill enough wither skeletons to get a wither, I guess. That would be kind of interesting. We'll see if we can go do that for like half an hour. Might be able to gamble it all on getting a wither. We can get this out of the way finally. And at some point we'll have to upgrade that to efficiency 5 through the, we're getting another pickaxe, putting it on the enchantment table. But since we have all the resources to do that, I'm not too worried about it, so yeah. We'll take a quick pit stop at the blaze spawner too, just to see if we can get a couple blazes here or there. That always would be nice. I should have probably brought some cobblestone with me, since I was going to be out here in the Nether Fortress doing stuff a little bit more. There as well. Just let a couple of them spawn. If they spawn. Oh, there they are. And just like that, we've got 7 blaze rods. It is very good. Well, anyways, we'll go ahead. Wonder what that is. We'll go ahead and go get some cobblestone. We're definitely gonna need some. I think it's unavoidable. But yeah, you can see just how tall this ends up getting and how much harder it becomes because of that. So even carving out this little section took a while, so imagine doing that without paste. Not a good idea. But I digress. Let's go ahead and get some cobble. Okay, well maybe not that much cobble. That's probably better. That's more than Mob drops are up there. We'll tuck those away, create our inventory a little bit more. And this is pretty much all good. And yeah, oh hey, these did grow. So yeah, it does look like moving them away from the sugarcane was the right place. That's good. Seems like that was what was stopping them before. There we go. These are still not growing, but again, I'm gonna assume that it's because of, you know, let's do a little test. I just out of curiosity. We're gonna pick one of them. We're gonna pick two of them. So we're gonna pick this one here. We're gonna remove its torches. And then we're gonna pick this one here and remove its torches. And the reason why I want to do this is I want to see if the torches are stopping them from spawning. And if they are, then we'll know for sure. And then I also want to see if the bamboo would stop it from spawning. Because I know those can grow naturally in 2x2, so that's what they did before. It's just between the last time I did it and now, the only things that have changed have been the placement of that bamboo and the placement of those torches. And I guess if we're going to be extra specific here, the placement of those blocks too. Or excuse me, the path blocks in there. So that's kind of what we got to keep an eye out for here. But again, nothing to worry about right this second. Let's just go ahead and head on back through. And go ahead and get on down. We should have a little section here, I feel, that we can dig out. Yeah. Go ahead and break into here. This is one of the sections I've been to before. Have I completely stopped like most of their spawning out here? Let's check the wiki. They might be a late level thing that I've gone ahead and screwed up. At a light level between 0 and 7. Yep, so we have lit up a bit too much, unfortunately. Which is very interesting to note. Let's check blazes, because blazes may be something similar. I think blazes were something else. At a light level of 11 or less. So they spawn at, so you can get it down to a point where only blazes can spawn, but not wither skeletons and other mobs. So you'd have to like consistently keep the light level in check enough to that's gonna be annoying then. Well, that stinks. Hit F3B, make sure our hitboxes are shown. We've done too good at lighting, so we'll have to have a spot where we can fix that. Or if anything, we can double down on lighting. And then if we double down on lighting in certain areas, then what we can do is force them to spawn at an intersection only. And then at that intersection, we can then do whatever from there. So we can build a proper spawning pad out of nether brick or dirt or whatever. And then we can get some cooler stuff done. So we'll probably just take a quick romp through everything, see what we get. And we will get some... Oh, found that one. He kind of came up out of nowhere. He had to have come from up here or something. Places near us or anything. Ah, you know what I should do instead, actually? I think I should invest in a good bow. With what string though? That's also another issue. I just realized I don't actually have any string left, I think. I've got one, but obviously that's not enough to do anything with. Hmm. Well, either way for now, let's go back down our ladder because I think I have more unlit pathways down a little bit farther that we could potentially use. I mean, you can just see it is just basically a dead zone out here, but we've got nothing out here at all, man. It's a little bit of a shame, honestly. And this actually is an intersection, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, we're not even hearing bones rattling or anything. It's just dead silent. Which is pretty unusual, all things considered. That. That's definitely an intersection 1, and that's definitely an intersection 1. Okay, so, that being said, we've got the resources to build a proper, like, intersection platform where we literally just hollow it out up to a certain point for wither skeleton farming. And then once we do that, we're pretty much golden. Block off everything except for that one, so that way we don't cause any lava overflow in a weird way. Whoops. Took a little bit of the nether brick there. There we go. And then this is the intersection that we can use. So we're going to seal it off like that, and then we're going to seal off the remainder like that. And then basically, as we pass through, we'll have like a very thin hallway at a certain point that will kind of cave in on itself. So that way we still have a safe passage through it to the blaze spawning. But otherwise, it's just an open, big platform with a ton of nether brick on the floor that we can hopefully spawn a bunch of stuff in. Because, I mean, we're not even hearing any blazes outside, basically. Like, it's dead quiet out there. Now, we've got some. Yeah, like, see, like, out here in the open, we've definitely got some extra. But as we just take a little bit of time to light everything up and kill the remainder, even now you can see it's still pretty quiet. Piglin out here, good for him. Blaze. And we're gonna have to make a couple of torches. At 6:16 in the morning. Still seems like it's pretty safe down here for right now. Go ahead and do that, since we don't need to do anything there. You can see we've... That's not even a wither skeleton, that's just a zombie pigman. Bruh. Alright, well, sure. That's alright, we can work with that. And then we really just need to light up some of the different tops of the fortresses here. See, we've got some other stuff out in the distance. Get our spyglass. Zombie pigmen. No wither skeletons or blazes, so I think we've inadvertently done a very good job of spawn proofing this whole place because I really don't have a lot of other explanations for it, I guess. This is all slab too, so we don't even need to worry about that. This one we do a little bit more, but we're okay for now. Yep. anything else out in the distance. We'll go light up this top first, since this one's a little bit more annoying to get up to. Then those, those, some more of those. That away. Got a wither skeleton here finally. Yeah, nothing pretty much out anywhere. That was an enderman, not a wither skeleton. Uh-oh. We got protection 4, so we should be fairly okay. And it doesn't seem as if he's teleported to me, so... Nope, I hear that. Keep looking out for him. Oh, there he is. He'll be running up on me here pretty soon. Yeah, that was the other thing I was worried about. Ooh, alright, that was a little freaky. That's also why I blocked off that bit preemptively in case he did teleport in there with me. That's kind of what I was waiting for too, and then he just didn't, I guess, for a while. So that was a little weird, but... Block this off. There we go. And I mean, yeah, we really just don't have a lot of spots that they can spawn at. I can't really see or think of any except for that one hallway now out in the distance, but there's nowhere else for them to really go anymore. Blocked everything off. We don't even have as much as a blaze out here right now, which is pretty interesting. Because again, normally we would have had something. Like, we get blazes in here, obviously, but that's because they're tied to a spawner. So this is a little different. Otherwise, it's pretty much completely silent, which isn't normal. No, I mean, I got nothing. I don't see him anywhere. I didn't hear him at all when I was exploring the fortress, and then that pretty much means that they're just kind of out here somewhere, I guess. We'll try and make these darker just to do a little bit of testing here just to see. Clear out some of these areas too. We got like zombie pigman noises, but I think they spawn at different light levels as well, so... Then, you know, we do have some bits and pieces that they can still spawn on, like certain rooftops, so... It's not completely clear yet. But it's about as close as we can get, all things considered. Like, again, that's definitely an Enderman. Why we're taking our time to look at him. And then we've got like one roof there. Really not much else, so yeah, okay, cool. Well, I don't think we're gonna get any to spawn today. Yeah, because we would definitely have to dig this out to be a bit of a larger platform, but we can worry about that another time. 6:22, so I think we're actually going to go ahead and wrap up here for today. next time we will start looking. Oh, hey. Next time we'll start looking out for some other skeleton skulls, but otherwise they're not too necessary for anything except for that one beacon. And we still have plenty of other stuff we can do without requiring all that digging, so we're not quite there yet, but it is still good to have. We also should light up this place just a little bit more. It's pretty sketchy as well. Let's take a minute to kill some mobs out and around here. None of those are crits? That's annoying. Yeah, that's fine. We'll see if we can get some spiders or something, because we do need some string. Although something tells me we're going to have a pretty hard time doing that, unfortunately. Considering basically nothing's really spawned out and around here right now. We've got some little bits up in the mountains, but it just seems like I needed to back off a good bit. Yep, that's definitely what it was. Yeah, that baby zombie here we need to take care of first. There we go. Guy's got a chain helmet. We also want to make sure we get some gunpowder too, so we can make a couple extra splash potions. Got a spider here. Good. Again, look how much we can just throw away in a bundle and not have to think about it. It's pretty good. But yeah, again, we got a little bit of extra stuff. We got some string for another bow. That's fine. Otherwise, we just have various bits and creatures just kind of out and about roaming the world. I don't want them that close to my horse before I kill them because it's not safe for the horse. The land I can fix, the horse not so much. We'll go ahead and sleep here real quick. And yeah, that looks like that's going to do it for now. So we're currently on day 90 in game, and we got a nice little bit done. Pretty happy with it. Yeah, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see y'all again next time. Bye-bye.